Okay, we're back. We left off. I just built the base for him. And now we'll just throw down his drones. I'll give him only 4 and give him 3. Place some units here and there. 4 there. 4 there. 4 zerglings there. 3. And it's very important to not overdo it. I've had a couple my first maps where I way overdid it, and they launched a huge strike force against me right away, completely creaming me without much resistance. Give him a muta. And I usually forget this when I make a Zerg player, is forget to give him some starting overlords. It's especially annoying when you, the human player, are the Zerg player. Except you want to be a computer then. And that's in a different scenario. Alright, so he's got everything, and the player's got everything. So now it's all done, right? No, you gotta get into triggers. Triggers is what run the entire show. And before, actually I won't get right into triggers. And here are the basic set triggers where always the players start out with 50 resources, and when the player runs out of buildings, they're defeated. We're going to go ahead and delete all these for our mission. And I want to get clear our blue Protoss is player 2, and our green Zerg is player 6. Whoa, excuse me. It's very important to remember. So we're going to say new for player 2, that's our blue Protoss. Right now what I'm doing is I'm going to set the starting resources, which is always fun. And this, in a, how do I say this? I'll just set up a basic example. A trigger is basically a cause and an effect. Right here you got a bunch of, when a switch is set, you got here when you have most kills, or I'll show you, when current players more resources, most kills, time elapsed, deaths, all this stuff. We want always for resources, and then the effect. These, in both the conditions and the actions, they just take a lot of practice and getting used to. I don't even use over half of these when I make a mission. Like, this is all multiplayer leaderboard stuff. And I'm going to say set resources for player 2, set to I'll say 150 or in guess, just because I'm friendly. Finish. And I'm pretty sure that that'll be all our triggers for the human player. Now, before I get into the triggers for the computer player, I want to do something else. And this gets into a layer besides the terrain and the unit called the location layer. Now, the location layer is a very crucial part. Let me just show you what this. When the location layer, it's really easy to screw up because anywhere you click makes a location, and you can't. You can see here, I can just trying to move one can just do that, and you can just get rid of them, but just by clicking on them and hitting delete and all that, and you can select them, hit properties, and change their name, and low, mid, high, low air. I'm really not sure what those are used for. I never have really needed to fool with them yet. So if you want to get into advanced, you'd have to explore that yourself. But what we're going to do to run an AI script, we're going to make a location layer right over the main hive and call that Zerg Colony. Okay, then we're going to get out of the location layer before we screw stuff up, which is very easy to do. And now we're going to go back to scenario and triggers, new for player 6. I'm going to say always, and that is run AI script at location, not run AI script, run AI script at location. You want this one, and here it will give me a bunch of things. Terran custom levels or custom level and expansions campaign. We want Zerg campaign expansion campaign medium to run at Zerg colony. And there we go. Okay, finish. Now it will run the AI script of a medium difficulty campaign mission, which isn't too hard. There's a huge significant difference between the difficulties of the expansion and the original. An expansion campaign medium is like 4 original campaign mediums, which I never really understood. If we here go and modify, I'll show you what there is. There's easy, medium, difficult, and insane. And in the regular, I've fooled with these. Easy, medium, difficult aren't really that easy. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're really easy. They aren't really like what they say they are. Easy is just like stupid easy. Medium is easy, and difficult is medium. And insane is just, there's a huge gap between difficult and insane, which is what they fixed in these. And I'm just going to go ahead and click, because now in expansion, the medium is actually medium, the easy is actually easy, and so on. And that makes more sense. Now, you may think you'd be done, but you're not. There's something else that needs to be done. The AI will not attack unless they have unlimited resources. Now, what I used to do, just to be safe, is say whenever they mined a resource, I give them 99,999 ore and gas. Now, that'd make it safe and secure, that 100% chance of it all running smoothly. However, you wouldn't know if you were doing better macro-wise on the scoreboard. So, what I found out, if we just hit save, I'll get into that later. Never mind. There's an enslavers campaign. It's crap. I can't view it, but it's really interesting. It's a campaign in the custom match folder view. When you hit just a custom game and you hit use map settings, you'll find this folder that says campaign in the normal Starcraft folder, not the Brood War folder, and it will say enslavers, enslavers 1, enslavers 02, A, B. That is an entire campaign, and you can actually view these and edit them on the campaign editor, and that's where I actually learned and self-taught myself all this stuff. And I found that if you go under triggers and modify the resources for them, I'll just show you. It has to be these numbers, though. You say whenever player 6, which is our Zerg player, accumulates exactly 50 minerals, or set resources for player 6, add, no, it's set to 500. I forget if it's set to or add. Don't quote me on that. I'm just gonna do set to 500 ore. And it does seem a bit overkill, but it does seem a bit crazy, but I don't know why it works. It does. So whenever they get 50 ore, they'll get 500 ore, and that way they'll be fully functioning. They will attack you. It's not really fun when you play a campaign mission and nothing happens to you and you can just mass up, and it's just a cakewalk. And then we'll do the exact same thing for gas. Exactly 50.